Hey guys, it is Saturday, and for those of us doing the 80-Day Obsession program, we are on day 13, and I know that there's some varying levels of commitment to the program. There's some varying feelings about the program, liking it or not, or being able to stick with it, and to what degree. Some people are losing, some people aren't feeling like they're seeing much progress yet. And I felt like I really wanted to come in and talk to you guys about a couple of things. You know me, and you know some of it's going to be encouraging and loving, and you can do it, I believe in you. And then some of it's going to be tough love as well. So I've been thinking about this over the past couple of days, and I did take a couple of notes so I could kind of guide what I want to talk to you guys about, because I am feeling very scatterbrained right now. I'm extremely tired, and I just drove, made the drive to San Francisco for work. So I'm just going to start here. We talk about this a lot. We talk about the idea that we sometimes expect perfection of ourselves, and when we don't meet those too high of standards, we start to feel discouraged, and that can sort of start a snowball effect wherein we go from struggling to struggling even more, because we start to get down ourselves, and the bitch between our ears starts to sort of tell us all these things that become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Do not create a self-fulfilling prophecy for yourself. Redundant, I know. But don't do it, okay? The moment that you start going, God, I thought I was going to do better, I really suck, I missed workouts, I'm kind of screwing up the nutrition. When you start talking to yourself in those negative ways, they create more negative thoughts, you guys. And I'm not trying to be all like, I don't even know what the word would be. Like, I'm no yogi, I'm no like crazy, in tune spiritual person. But I do truly believe that we manifest what's going on up here into our lives. So if we're sitting here saying, I can't, it's too hard, I'm already failing, when we start telling ourselves those things, we're only going to get more of that out. So shut the bitch in between your ears up, tell her not today, and find a way to focus on something positive. Like, I did one more push-up today than I could yesterday. I've got more energy this week than I did last week. I'm developing a healthier relationship with food, even if it doesn't quite look perfect yet, right? And this is where I'm going to, for the 1,759,800th time, talk about personal development. Are you putting something good, written by somebody else, into your brain every single day? And if you're not, I beg you to start. Stop brushing me off on this, okay? Stop brushing off the idea that personal development can 100% change the trajectory of your journey. Because we aren't good at telling ourselves positive things. Our brains haven't been trained that way. We have to train them. And a lot of times that looks like a whole bunch of guru self-help bullshit. That's what I used to think of it as until I started doing it. Okay? You have to find something that is going to help you with your mindset, because mindset is everything. Our bodies won't go where our minds don't push us. We will not be able to create new habits if we're thinking in negative ways. If all we're saying to ourselves is I can't, or I'm not, or it's hard, or I'm struggling, or I failed yesterday, we will not progress forward. We will not reach our goals. And I guarantee you, if you do not start putting something positive into your brain every single day to counteract those thoughts and to retrain your brain to focus on positive things that help push you forward instead of hold you back, you won't make it through the 80 days. You will give up, because this isn't going to get easier. We're going to get better at the nutrition plan, and we're going to get stronger. But as we get stronger and better, it's going to get harder. And that is how we get results. And we're not only going to get the results if we stick through it, if we put positive things in our brain, if we fuel our bodies the way that the nutrition plan is written, not the way that we want to, not the way that we say, oh, a little here, a little there is not going to make a difference. If we put positive things into our brain and we fuel our bodies the way that the nutrition plan was written, and we push play on those workouts and stop making excuses, I'm too tired, my job was a long day, blah, 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 the results that we get will not only show up on our bodies, they'll show up in our minds, and they'll show up every single day in our everyday, mundane job, like whatever life, right? People will start to notice that you're more positive. You will respond to people in your life in a more positive way, right? Your relationship will improve, because when we are feeling fantastic about ourselves from the inside out, personal development for the inside, proving the negative bitch in our head wrong from the inside by what we're doing daily on the outside, giving ourselves proper nutrition, getting enough sleep, whatever the fuck you have to do to get enough sleep, that is part of this plan. And Autumn has said 1,000 times, if you're not sleeping or recovering properly, just like if you're not fueling yourself properly with the food, and just like if you're not doing the workouts, it will show in your lack of results, right? We have to do every piece of this program. I'm not an expert. I didn't write this program. You're not an expert. You didn't write it. You have to follow the experts, the people who wrote the program, right? We have to follow the lead of the coaches that went through the test group ahead of us who got fantastic results, right? We have to counteract the negative and move forward with the positive. So if you're not reading or listening to something, start. First assignment from this video is below this. I want every single one of us to post what it is that we are either reading or listening to now, or what we are going to commit to read or listen to starting tonight if you're not on the East Coast and you're not already in bed, or first thing in the morning. What are you going to read? What are you going to listen to religiously? Don't tell me you don't have time. I listen to mine in the car on the way to and from work. If I'm taking a lift to work, I listen to it in my earbuds on the way to and from. And if you're really struggling with the negative right now, and you're really in that negative cycle, if you're spinning and telling yourself all the things that aren't working, all the things that won't work, all the things that you can't do, all the things that are too hard, right? If you're in that cycle, then I beg you to do more than 10 minutes. I listen in earbuds on my lunch break and on my 15-minute break that I get at work. I told you that I listen in the car. If I'm doing something around the house, like cooking dinner, it's not TV on in the background or the radio. It's my personal development, okay? Because the single most powerful thing we can do for ourselves to complete this journey and achieve results is to fix our fucking mindset. Without that, none of the other stuff will fall into place. Okay? It's going to be the foundation upon which you build your success and your results. Okay? So comment below. And if you need help picking something, Katie already recommended T is for Transformation, which is amazing. Mine hasn't come for some reason, so I don't know what's going on. When I get back to Bakersfield, if it's not there, then I'm going to have to email Amazon or something. But T is for Transformation is on my list. Today in the car on the way up here, I listened to one of our coach wake-up calls, but then I listened to the book Grit. It is I listen on Audible. It's like $13 a month, and you get 2 credits a month, which a credit is a book. So I've got endless supply of books on my phone that I can listen to anywhere that I'm at. Or you can use iTunes to get a book, whatever you want. You can buy one book at a time. It doesn't have to be a subscription. Grit is by Angela Duckworth, and it is the power of passion and perseverance. Okay? It's a book about talent. Have you ever heard the saying, talent or hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard? This book is all about how, and I'm only in chapter 4, but so far it's all about how scientifically this woman has proven that talent isn't necessarily directly correlated with results, but grit is 100% correlated with results. Having that passion and perseverance, the ability to stick to something through the long term, as she says in there, everybody, what did she say? Enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare. So this is my next point. You have to be very crystal clear on your vision for this program and your life after the program. What are you trying to achieve in your life? What vision do you have for your life that this program is going to help you attain? You have to be crystal clear on your goals, both body goals, fitness goals, and, your inward emotional and mental goals, right? If you have not written out your goals, we've talked about this in prep week, you guys, and I've mentioned it multiple times, and I'll continue to mention it and bring it back up. This can't just be, I want to lose 5 pounds. If that's one of your goals, put it on your goal list, but also dig deeper. Peel back the layers of your onion, and every time you give yourself a goal that you write down, say why to yourself. I want to lose 5 pounds. Why? Well, because I don't like the way I look at my clothes. Why? Well, because my belly hangs over. Why? Well, because I've got an emotional addiction to food. Why? Well, because when I was young, I started to replace, the feelings that I wasn't getting from my father to food, eating. Like, ask yourself why over and over and over again until you're like, you've dug so deep that you're in tears. Because every single one of us has a physical goal that is tied to something deeper, something emotional, something deep rooted. That's the goal that you need to uncover and write that shit down, and write it down every single week. Every single day if you have to. If you're really struggling mentally, write down your goals every morning or read them out loud to yourself every morning. We have to understand, again, this goes back to our mindset and what we're putting into our brain. We have to understand the mind-body connection. The connection between what's going on up here and the action that we're willing to take based on what's going on up here. Our minds can be our biggest enemy or they can be our biggest asset. But we have to create that for ourselves. It doesn't come naturally. Motivation is a falsity. It's bullshit. It doesn't exist. It's about your goals, how deeply emotionally connected you are to them, and what you're putting in your brain that's going to help support you in terms of the foundation for that nutrition and those workouts and beating the cravings and not listening to your friends who are antagonizing you because you're not eating pizza with them like you normally would, right? We have to combat the negative with the positive. Now, write out your goals, pick a personal development book, make sure you're getting enough sleep, and trust me, I understand with this one, guys. You guys know I work 12-hour shifts. You know I run a business, and I spend at least 30 minutes every single evening creating content for you guys. I also have to do my own workouts and eat and shower and all that stuff. So sleep is just as hard for me as it is for everybody else. I started taking something to help me with sleep for right now. I always told myself I wasn't going to medicate to sleep, but you know what? I've got goals, and sleep is important to my mental, emotional, and physical health. And it's imperative to my results and my recovery when I'm beating my body up so hard, right? So I take half of a Benadryl. It doesn't have to be, like a prescription sleep aid. Try half a Benadryl. Try some melatonin. Try some sleepy time tea. You know what else I had to start doing is 30 minutes to an hour before bed, I shut off the computer, I turn down all the lights, and I do something that helps me tune out and helps me my mind relax, whether that's writing out a to-do list for the next day or watching a mindless show or, reading a book, right? Do whatever you have, take a hot bath, do whatever you have to do to get more sleep. The next thing is, I want you guys to stop comparing yourselves. We all do it. Nobody's immune to the urge to compare ourselves to each other, right? So stop, do not do it. Don't do it. My body's different than, Cynthia lost 10 pounds. Oh my God. So fantastic. You have no idea how amazing that is and how proud I am. But I haven't lost 10 pounds. In fact, last night I had a friend dinner and I went off plan and I ate white chow mein, so not nutrient dense noodles and not as many veggies as I normally would, and I had wine and I feel today, right? That was a lesson to me. Oh yeah, when I do that, that's the first time that I've steered off plan like that since we started, and I feel bloated today. I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, meh, right? So I can't compare myself to Cynthia. I have to just run my own race. I have to go, okay, I know what works for me, and what I did last night isn't it, and I know how I feel today, and I'm back on track today to a T, right? Run your own race. Figure out ways to improve on a personal level, and do not look at what anybody else's journey looks like and compare that to yours, because we all have different lives, we all have different backgrounds, we all have different fitness levels, we all have different goals and a different amount of weight to lose, we all have different body compositions, our hormones are all different, right? Run your own race. Don't focus on the outside stuff, what other people are or are not getting in terms of results, what other people are or are not doing. Focus on nailing your plan. Focus on that time nutrition and getting those meals in. Do whatever it takes. If you need ideas and tips on how to get your meals in, or how to food prep easier, or something like that, post it in the group and let us help you. Don't struggle alone. Ask questions. That's what this group is for, okay? So if you're struggling with your time nutrition, tell us why. Tell us what you're struggling with and ask for recommendations. But don't think that you can follow that nutrition plan 70% of the time and still get results. And don't make excuses for like, I'm only doing it here and there and it's only a few and, I can't make the excuses. I know that I fucked up last night. I have to own that and take responsibility for it and understand that it might have set my results back a little bit. Right? I might have to work a little bit harder this week to stay on plan so that I can continue to see results. I am the only person that I can blame if I don't get results, and I'm the only person that can take control and responsibility for my results. So the plan didn't say if you follow it 70% and only work out 5 days a week, you'll get the results. Will you get some results? I don't know, maybe. It depends on what your starting point was. But you won't get the results that the program promised. So own up to your shit, right? Like I'm having to do today. Take responsibility, take control, ask questions and reach out if you need help, and run your own race. The other thing in terms of mindset is, have you already decided that this isn't going to work? And that's another thing. Like, how are you talking to yourself? Going back to the beginning of this video, what kind of things are you telling yourself? Are you telling yourself, I can't, it's hard, it's going to be so hard, I have this addiction to food and I've never been able to, right? I don't know why, but I've just never been able to break this addiction to gummy bears. That's one of my addictions, right? If you're telling yourself that, how in the hell are you ever going to break that cycle if all you do is tell yourself about the negative side of it? Or are you going to say to yourself, it's going to be hard, it's not going to be easy, but I can do it, I'm capable, I believe in myself. If I fall off track, I'll get right back on, I won't quit, right? There's a significant difference between those two ways of speaking to yourself. So are you going to be problem-oriented or are you going to be solution-oriented? We've talked about this. If you're, not new to this group, you probably remember the video that I did about being a problem-focused mindset versus a solution-oriented mindset. Are you focusing on the problems or are you acknowledging that they exist and finding a solution? Because that is what successful people do. Okay? Each day is an opportunity to improve, you guys. Don't let your mindset hold you back. Again, reach out if you need help. Pick a personal development book. Put it in the comments below. Write out your goals. Get some sleep. Stick to the plan. I can't emphasize that enough. Half-assed effort gets half-assed results. We have to be stronger than all the things that have held us back in the past because, if we want change, if we want to see change, we have to change. Period. Okay? I love you guys. I believe in you. I've had private conversations with every single one of you. I believe in you. If I didn't believe in you, I wouldn't be showing up here every day for you. Right? Like if I thought you guys were all just going to fail, would I show up every day? No, I fight. I have to fight for my results just like you guys have to fight. I have to fight my addictions to candy and wine and, sleeping in and giving in to my excuses because my job is arduous and I have to drive and it's so hard to meal prep, the day before I leave for, 4 days worth of food. Yeah, is it hard? Yes. But I believe in you guys, and I believe, therefore, if I'm going to believe in you guys fiercely, I got to believe in myself, and I got to walk the walk. I have to lead by example so that when you guys come to me struggling, I actually have a leg to stand on, and I can say, I know it's hard because it's hard for me too, but I know you can do it because I'm doing it. All right? We're in this together. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And, we're about to start week 3. Can you believe it? Okay, it doesn't matter what has gone on in the first 2 weeks. It's a new start. You have another week to kill it. All right? Okay, guys, talk to you soon. Comment below.